trailer on this bitch.
Yo,
What's
welcome to
good,
Tuesday
baby?
Podcast. This is my boy Dominican Poppy. It's your boy King Barco. What is good? It's good to be back a little bit. Had a little bit of things to handle this past week,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we actually got a little topic going on today. So, but before we even get into all that, I just want to give a shout out to my love, my rock, my baby, Jasmine. She's in the hospital right now, post surgery. Handling her business. And so just want to give her my best wishes and want her to know I'm thinking about her. And I'm seeing her later on tonight. So I'm going back to the hospital after recording here. I'm taking my ass back to the hospital. So yeah, love you, baby, and get better. You got anything else to say before we get started? Oh, happy birthday to your girls too.
Oh
Happy
yeah,
belated. Happy belated.
yeah. All three of my little babies' birthdays was this weekend. Yeah, so had to come out of my pockets.
Yeah, they're gonna be running your Oh yeah, it's worse too because it's December. They got you on the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas presents and that birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother's the same way.
Ain't no check in between either.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they run your pocket, especially the ones that are born in December. I have two actually. My sister's born on the 3rd, and my brother's born on the 25th, literally on Christmas Day. So that boy gets double the damn presents. Double. Boy,
Yeah.
spoiled. Shout out to my
Which one you
little.
want to celebrate today?
But but yeah, now we want to get down and dirty with well, I guess we got to come back to it. So yeah, overall, the question is polygamy bad? I get people asking me left and right. He's like, how does that work? How does that work? How do you, do it and this and that? And I was getting bombarded, especially this week. I got bombarded with questions. And, usually I tell everybody, it's not for everybody. Can't go into polygamy with the wrong set of mind. And, because some dude will go into this shit thinking you could just go in, recreate a porn scene with multiple women, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of dudes think it is, and there's a lot of more things to it, and it's actually built on a family dynamic. You know what I mean? That's how it's really built on. There's things that people don't really see, and people's minds go to the extreme. Thank you, Maddie. I see you. Shout out to Maddie. She's one of our loyal listeners on Spoon. So shout out to Maddie. But yeah, everybody goes to the extremes, thinking it's one man controlling a bunch of women. Got a fucking leash around their neck. Get your ass over here. Get over here. Some black snake moan shit, or the one with Samuel Jackson,
Yeah.
that white girl. Get your ass over here. You know what I mean? But that's their vision. They think either I'm doing that, or I'm a pimp, or I'm somebody that's just taking advantage of women. I swear that shit gets old. That shit gets old, and I'm just like, yo, like that's literally the first thing they say is like, oh, you pimping these girls, huh? You pimping them?
Pimping niggas, huh?
That's right, you pimping them girls, huh? That's how you do it. Same
How do
old.
you do it? What's your success story?
It's not even success. It's just something. It's just something that It's just a relationship. I mean, it's just like any other relationship, just with a couple more people.
Mm.
Now, if we want to get down and dirty with it, like actual down to the facts, it's actually polygamy. Polygamy with a N instead of an M. Because
Mm.
polygamy can be very, they say it's gender neutral or whatnot, whatever. But yeah, if you want to get down to it, like what I'm doing is polygamy, where it's between one man and multiple women. And so, but I say polygamy because that's like the general word for it.
Right.
But yeah, and then people. Oh, go ahead.
So for all the people that are asking, what specifically are they asking? Are they asking like, hey, like, how do you deal with it, or like, hey, is it
Yeah.
more beneficial? Like,
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people ask, you know what, what, how do you get them to actually be involved or get into a relationship like this? That's like one of the main questions they ask. How do you get these girls to do it? And how do you get these girls to do it? I mean, to agree with that, they all gonna do it.
yeah,
That's the main question, and so it's very simple. I'm very honest up front. Honesty, honesty is the best policy. Excuse me. And a lot of people don't realize how strong honesty is because we're so used to you know walking around eggshells and doing shit behind people's back.
right.
You know what I mean? People have two phones nowadays and stuff like that. I'm like, God damn, that's too much work for me. I'm like,
What work?
I swear, I promised you on everything. At work,
But
I'm telling you, at work, everybody has at least two phones.
it's hard being a player,
Everybody.
man.
Uh, and the thing is, I'm like, I don't even want to do all that. The thing is, I used to do that. I used to do shit like that. It was messy. They knew about each other, but they didn't like the fact that my time was being consumed by somebody else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, oh, one second. Speaking of the devil, let's go. Jasmine. Wait, Jasmine is literally calling us right now. But yeah, no, I mean, you can do it the wrong way or you can do it the right way. It's really like there's no, like I said, you can go around, sleep around, cheat on your girl, this and that, etc. But I mean, coming down to it, I mean, do you really want to do that to the woman that you love? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you really want to put it through all that, all that nonsense? Like, there's just so many emotions that go into it because at the end of the day, women are emotional creatures. As much as they say, nah, we can be cold hearted too. You're emotional creatures. Women, women act impulsively on emotions, the majority of them. And they always get emotionally attached, even when they say they don't. Eventually, they do.
exactly.
And so it's I don't know. It's something that can get complex if you do it the wrong way. I will be honest on that. Like if you do it the wrong way, it can get complex. It can get you know very messy. And so for me, I just want to make it clean. I want a peaceful household. Some dudes are used to that mess. Some dudes are toxic. They used to that toxicity, and so they don't mind the extra bullshit because it's fun. You know what I mean? Some niggas actually like doing that shit because it's fun. They naturally like doing that. And I remember this one dude. He's like, "Yeah, I fought my baby mama and her sister." He's like, "They know about it too. I'm going back to that right now. She wanted me to admit it, but I ain't made it shit. So she's staying with a nigga. You know, type shit. Like that's the type of shit people be telling me. I'm like, God damn, that shit messy as fuck.
This is
That that
horrible.
that is messy as fuck. But I'm just like, come on now, like we can do this shit the right way. Like there's this person and I keep getting like they always throw his name out around me and they think I'm like somewhere around that lane of this is a big time streamer named Destiny. I don't know if you know who that is. He's always on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Um,
Um Dude with the blue hair and his wife is they're in an open relationship.
blue hair. Who has the blue hair?
He's a white guy with blue hair.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
But he's a big streamer. What's called makes millions of dollars, worth millions of dollars. And so he's in an open relationship. So the way that relationship started is he stole his girl away from another guy. Like the woman he married, he stole her away from another guy, and she's from like Sweden or some shit like that. And yeah, he married her, brought her here to America. He boosted up her, her streaming and everything. She made all her money, et cetera, et cetera. She made her money here because of him. And then, in the past couple months, she went back to Sweden, I think, and she started fucking around with somebody else. And so I was like, what the fuck? And then and keep in mind, Destiny is a guy who advocates, who's like very anti-red pill, very anti-masculinity. He thinks it's toxic. He's those kind of guy. He's a weird fellow. And he'll say some weird ass shit. Like if you check out his videos, he'll say some weird ass shit. I know he was on a stream the other day talking about some crazy shit.
I feel like I know you're talking about now. You say he's always on Fresh and Fit?
I mean, every now and then. I mean, he was also on the Lex Friedman podcast. And he has a open marriage. And so, down the lines, after his wife gets all that money and everything, and not to mention he bragged about not signing a prenup in that or not bringing a prenup to that marriage. Like I was like, God damn, this dude's like setting himself up. And I was saying this from the beginning too. And he was setting himself up for failure, and now he's filing for divorce. Because now so the apartment he's paying for in Sweden, she's living with another guy over there. And, he's fucking her and everything, and she's doing some weird shit with him. Some weird dude. And so I'm like, that's not the shit I'm doing. And so people always put me in that realm of him. Somehow people were like, oh yeah, you're like Destiny and his wife. I'm like, no. Because his wife, was getting passed around the table, you feel me? Literally, the table. And so, there's rumors that Abba from Abba and Preach ended up smashing her and some shit like that. Some crazy shit. There's a lot of crazy shit going out. But I'm like, no, that's not it. And anybody in an open relationship, because a lot of people also tell me, like, can the girls also go get another man? I was like, that would make it an open relationship, open marriage. And this is a closed one. And like I said, I don't have control over nobody. You feel me? Excuse me. But I have no control over nobody. This is something we all agree upon, something we agree to do.
Right.
And so, I have no control over nobody. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, no, that's an open relationship. Like literally, if you're in an open relationship, 90% of the time that's gonna fail. 90% of the time, that shit's gonna fail. I mean that shit. I've never seen a positive ending to an open relationship or open marriage.
It's usually
on
on the other side. It's usually her selecting the guy that she really wants, that she's fucking. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy she really wants to fuck.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna eventually she's gonna get emotionally attached and probably want to be with him rather than be with you. You know what I mean? And so that's always gonna breed problems. I mean, the 10% that does work is usually when the husband turns out to be gay and they have like a certain arrangement or some shit like that where you can go fuck off with other dudes. Only time they actually have to get it on is when they have to make kids. Type shit, you know what I mean? There are arrangements like that. And so, like I said, 90% of the time, open relationship, just be single. Honestly, like it's not worth it at the end. Trust me, I do not suggest it.
Yeah.
But you do you. You feel me? I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna sit here and judge nobody.
Also,
Yeah,
I think polygamy is like very natural, because like as a man, right? When you're, how the people say like, oh, like when you're actually in love, like you don't look at other women. That's a lie.
I don't know. I
Come
mean,
on.
yeah, I
When
mean, pleasure and love are two different things.
yeah. Pleasure and love are two different things. That you can be fascinated by another woman
Mm.
and still be in love with another woman as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just
Yeah,
how you're wired. You know what I'm saying? Just like
yeah,
women are wired, um, they're hypergamous. So
yeah.
if I have a long time 7 year girlfriend or wife, whatever, whatnot, and then like Chris Brown walks in and says, "Hey, I want you to come with me." 9 times out of 10, she's gonna go with him.
Oh yeah,
She's gonna leave me. She's gonna leave all the fucking 7 years behind and go with him.
oh,
Say, "Hey, I need you to come with me. We need to go. I'm trying to spend some time with you. Do some whatever,
oh,
whatever, whatever." You know what I'm saying? That's how women are.
yeah,
There's no
man,
fault.
that's true.
There's no fault to that. That's just natural hypergamy. And then, but men,
Mhm.
we're naturally designed to have multiple partners. We're
Yeah,
naturally built that way, which is why we don't fall in love immediately like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't fall in
yeah,
love immediately like that. We legit we legit need multiple women to fulfill different duties and different needs within our lives.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, you put 10 guys in a room with one woman, she's gonna pick the best one out of all 10.
Yeah,
You put one guy in a room with 10 women, he's gonna pick all of them. You know,
yeah,
if
we
he
don't pick
can,
all of them.
if
We
he
don't pick all of
can,
them.
you will be smashing all of them. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like if this was like the end of the world type situation, let's say the meteor hits and we're in a fucking safe room and then we got to repopulate the earth. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be, the guy smashing, all 10 women versus one woman getting smashed by 10 guys. I don't even think her body could take that.
what? Even though like the guys are gonna fight to the death.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she's gonna pick you know what I mean? She's gonna pick the
Yeah,
best one out of all of them. Like women naturally are hypergamous, and so when you're dealing with that, you gotta understand the natural order of things. Like that's just how it is. I'm not saying this because I'm pretending to be an alpha male and I'm like I'm better than you. No, this is just how it is. This is by nature. Women are only designed to have one baby at a time. Men can have fucking 100. You
yeah.
know, with the right resources, men can have 100 in a month. You know, what I mean? Or 100 seeds planted in a month easily. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And so that's just how it is. It's not, it's not me saying I'm an alpha, I'm better than you. No. And there and also with that too, a lot of guys, there's a lot of guys in the red pill community that have it a little bit twisted too, because they think just because I'm a man, I should get automatically. No, you actually have to understand how it's done. You got to understand that this is not, just going to come automatically. Not everybody can do this, by the way. Not everybody. And so
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys that think they could just do it just because they feel like it. You feel me? And so there's a day in, day out type thing. Like you got to love each one of these women the same. You can't have no favorite. You can't have no like I said. If you do have a situation where it's like that, then do you? But
yeah,
majority, each woman's going to be different. They're going to have their own personality. They're going to have their own way of life, and you got to respect it. Especially when you bring them in, like to do it the right way. That's the right way to do it. You love them equally, but different. You feel me? Because they're gonna have different emotions, different realities that they come from, and you can't just do it like you can't just do it like, oh, I'm gonna take you today, this and that. Like you got to find some common ground. You feel me? It's pretty much like a regular relationship with multiple women. That's
yeah.
literally it. A
It
monogamous
really is.
relationship with multiple women that they all know about each other. Like I said, and sometimes when I
It's
bring
better
this
though
up,
for them to all know anyway, instead of like
yeah, yeah, I mean,
guessing or like having to go through your phone and
yeah. Like I said, around my girl, I always show them like if I'm talking to somebody, I'll just be like this, and like I said, and with me, I want to make sure whoever I'm bringing in, especially in a situation like that, whoever I'm bringing in, I want to make sure they can actually get on the same page as us. You feel me?
right,
Because you don't want to bring nobody in that's going to come in and sabotage and do their own thing and just want to do whatever willy nilly. You feel me? Like this
right.
has to be done the right way. That's the only way this is gonna work. We can't just be one pant leg in, one pant leg out. It has to be all the way in. You feel me? In this situation, that's what I'm saying. It's not as easy as it looks. You feel me? And so, just understand when you're coming in, this is not just some, middle-aged guy's fantasy. This is actually, this is real life. And you can make it a reality, but you gotta understand the things that come with it.
Yeah.
So for all the people saying, oh, you're just recreating a porn scene and with this and that, I'm like, at times, yeah, it can be that, but that's probably like 10, 15% of the time. You know what I mean? The other 85, 70%,
You're
you
dealing
feel
with
me?
you're
You're dealing with
dealing with the
every,
woman.
yeah, you're dealing with women. You got multiple women. You got a lot of estrogen pumping into the household.
Yep.
So you got to understand and still be in tune with your masculine side, dealing with a lot of estrogen. You feel me?
Yep.
So there's going to be very little testosterone in that household. So you got to make sure you don't get your testosterone intertwined with the estrogen. That's what you do. That's when you start, you start sipping the Kool-Aid, and that's when you start making all sorts of mistakes.
Yeah, that's what you
So,
that's it.
and then it turns all the way around on its head. Like I've seen dudes be going to polygamous relationships, and then it turned into an open relationship, and it just fell apart piece by piece by piece, and it was sad to see. I'm telling you, I walked into this dude's house, and I'm seeing a black kid and I'm seeing an Asian kid running around the house. I'm like, hey man, whose kids is they? Oh yeah, those are my sons. I was like, your sons? You white? And his girlfriends are white.
Uh-huh.
I was like, it ain't mine.
He,
and so
he
I'm
adopt.
like,
He didn't adopt.
no. So his wives went on in. So his wives, he had two wives. So his wives went on in. Went outside the relationship. Turned into an open thing. And fucking, had babies. One had baby with the fucking FedEx driver. The other one had a baby with a fucking neighbor of theirs. And so I was just like, yo. And I was like, dog, what the fuck is going on? Like, dog, like, you,
I just
you
let she
don't
get out of
you let this happen? And the thing he's like, no, man, this just, how we work out a relationship and stuff, come together. I was like, dog, come on now. When you see somebody you cool with, go full bitch mode, and you just like, oh, come on now. Come on, dog. I'm over here, I'm like pleading with him. I was like, dog, cut your fucking losses. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Cut your fucking like, oh, I got
she had a
test
kid
you
with a neighbor.
with the neighbor and a
That's
FedEx
bold.
driver.
That is bold.
Bro, I'm telling you, they were running around. And then he was trying to fight for those kids in court, even though they weren't his. It was sad to see, man. I've seen that shit, though. That's what I'm saying. I've seen the outcome of those open relationships. So trust me, y'all. When I tell you, don't do it.
Ever
Don't pull a destiny. Please don't. Because
it
I'm
never
like,
worked.
that shit can dwindle down real fucking fast. Because then you're
Especially
going to
like especially
have.
if there's no mutual understanding with hey, this open relationship means you can't step beyond these boundaries.
Yeah.
As far as you know, mainly sexual boundaries, but you can't step beyond these boundaries within this open relationship.
Yeah.
Women don't have any boundaries when it comes to open relationships. You
Oh,
just
no.
gave them access to all types of fun.
You gave
You
them
basically gave them a hall
exactly.
pass.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a permanent hall pass, too, especially if you're married.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a done deal. That's a tough road. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. You feel me? That
You
shit.
cannot recover from that shit, boy.
And the thing is, most of these guys, it looks like a good idea at first. And look, if you check out Destiny, check them out. Just type down Destiny as wife, and And the way he's defending it, the way he's passionate about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna control her, right? He's talking. He's pretty much like he talks like Ben Shapiro, real like calculated. And I'm not gonna go ahead and tell her who to be with. And I'm just like, dog.
Damn.
I'm telling you.
He said his name Des what?
Destiny. Oh shit. Just got a missed call from you, dog.
I know, it was an accident.
All right. But yeah, dude named Destiny. It's sad to see though. I was just like, man, I'll see you at the gym, my boy. I'm serious. It was sad. I was like, damn, he was so passionate about it though. Look, if you check out some of his videos, he was so passionate about that shit. He was like, no, she's gonna step outside and it's gonna be very, something that's very consensual and something we're gonna get on board with, and we're gonna, he was so sure of this shit. You feel me? He was so sure of this shit. It was sad to see. I was like, man, that shit ain't gonna work, dog. And so motherfuckers were trying to put me on the same level as that motherfucker.
But you have never ran into some shit like that.
Nah, man, nah, fuck no. What's called? Yeah, like I made sure, like, whoever I'm dealing with, we together. This shit's closed. It's closed off.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I said, that's the only way it works. That's the only way you avoid controversy. You avoid the bullshit. Like nobody gives a fuck if the husband cheats. Nobody really does. Not really. Maybe it might be a little fun thing to gossip around on the table.
Yeah.
Such and such, fucked his secretary. Oh yeah, we been know he fucked his secretary, bitch. Don't mind your damn business.
Exactly.
But if it's a fucking girl, oh, you're like, yeah, that couldn't be me. Wish you luck, dog. The dude gets clowned like a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
And Destiny is going through that shit right now. That's sad to see. But and he was going after people that were regular polygamists. He was going after regular polygamists, red pill people. He was a weird dude. He's a weird, calculated dude. I remember he was talking about something about pedophiles or some shit like that. He was saying some crazy shit. I was just like, yo, this dude weird as fuck.
Is it pedophiles all around us?
Nah, he was talking about how pedophiles should have access to child porn. He was saying that on a stream with Sneeko. I'm telling you, they should have access. He said that would reduce the amount of pedophiles that actually go out and do some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Probably make them do it more.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. They're going to be fiending for, I don't even want to talk about it. My bad. I don't even want to get that sidetracked, but goddamn. That's the shit he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's a weird fucking dude. And like I said, no offense to anything, but weird fucking dude. I ain't gonna fucking lie. No offense to nobody, but you're a weird dude.
Uh-huh.
And so, but I was being compared to this dude, and it's just funny how this shit turned around on him. But, not really funny, but I'm like, it's kind of like a told you so moment. And there's people around him trying to tell him, like, Myron's crazy ass was trying to tell him on Fresh and Fit. Everybody, everybody's trying to tell him, but he didn't want to listen to that shit.
But hey, dude, your wife's fucking.
And then he was bragging about not having a prenup in that marriage. I was like, I wouldn't brag about that. I wouldn't brag about that, my boy. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh, like your ass, your ass is bragging about being a sucker, Brody. On the real. Like that shit sad as fuck. But fucking hold up, let me see. Shout out to the Honey Bunny. What's good? What's good? Honey Bunny. I haven't even looked at the chat. My fault, yo. Welcome everybody. Welcome. But yeah. That's why I do polygamy, man. That's why I'd rather be a polygamist versus, all the bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I live for the bullshit, but at the same time, it is kind of annoying. I never really hide my phone or anything like that, but it's kind of annoying, like getting questioned. Oh, are you serious about me?
Yeah.
When you gonna stop messing with her? Da, da, da. Like I don't want to hear all that shit. I don't.
Yeah. I
Like
don't.
we
I don't like.
here at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. But you see, that's the emotional attachment shit I was talking about. It's always going to come up. You know what I mean? It's always going to be something that comes up. It's always going to be something that's always going to be brought up. Hey, can you hear me on Spoon? I don't know if you could check real quick. Some reason it's saying the mic is off. I don't.
Keep talking.
Yo, anybody in Spoon? Can y'all hear me, or am I tripping?
I can hear it. I can't.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
God damn, my bad. I fucked up on Spoon. I did that whole talk.
Oh damn. We're supposed to be live.
What's good, yo? What's good? My
All
bad
right.
to anybody.
All right, bet we in there.
I
We in there like swimwear.
don't know why the fuck it muted while I was talking. But we was getting into some real stuff, yo. I ain't even gonna front. We was getting into some raw stuff. So my bad to everybody that pulled out. Welcome back. Dre's are on there.
Welcome back. Stick it in raw. Let's get it.
Hey, like pasta. Anyways, um, yeah, no. I mean, like I said, that's why I do fucking polygamy, man. That shit just easier for me because I'm like, you're not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna go around, trying to be messy and shit now. All right, bet. Appreciate it, dog. But yeah, I'm not gonna go and be messy outside. I'm like, I can be messy, but I don't want to do that shit because I'm like, I want peace in my household. I don't want to fucking do no bullshit where, I got a girl banging on my door. Is that hoe inside? Is that hoe in there? Bring that hoe out. You know what I mean? I'd rather us all come together, man, and do something beautiful.
And work together. Yeah.
Create a community. You know what I mean? Like bring that hoe outside. I'm not gonna deal with that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm a grown ass man now. You know what I mean? That's some little kid shit now. I'm growing up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah. Dre said they all crazy. Fucking oh yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna deal with all the crazy stuff. You feel me? I actually want to build a household. I actually want to build a family. I'm not gonna deal with the bullshit. And so polygamy has always been my way out. And so I guess the story, if nobody knows or nobody's checked out the podcast, so when I first got introduced to it, I remember a boss of mine down in Utah when I was living down there. He said, "Hey, you want to play pool in my house?" I was like, "Yeah, I can go and play pool." So we over there, pull up. He takes me over, and we walk in, and first thing we hear is, "Hey, daddy, hey, daddy!" There's like 20 kids in the living room, and there's like 3-4 women in the kitchen. Hey, daddy, they're all cooking and everything. They singing, enjoying, smiling with each other. Yeah, they're all together, And I swear, I was so confused when I was first introduced to this shit. It was crazy, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And so I'm coming in. I'm like, "Oh man, you got a lot of kids, dog." You know what I mean? And fucking, we come in. He's like, "Yeah, let me introduce you. Hey, y'all, this is Ruben. Go and say hi to him." I said, "Hey, how you doing? You over there joking around, having a good time and everything." He has a big house too, big house. And and he introduced me to his wives. I'm thinking they're his daughters. I'm thinking they're his daughters in the kitchen fucking around or whatnot. And they turn out to be his wives. I was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" He's like, "I know y'all proud of y'all dad, the way you be doing it." He's like, "Dad?" The girl said, "Dad?"
Yeah.
"Oh, that's my husband." "Yeah, he's our husband." I was like, "You a husband?" I looked back at him. I was like, "Dog, how many wives do you got?" And fuck, he's like, "Oh no, I got 6 wives. My other 2 upstairs. They a little sick." I was like, "What the fuck?" It threw me way the fuck off. And I'm like, just getting exposed to that life,
Yeah.
just seeing this shit, I was like, yo, this shit is dope because you don't have to deal with no bullshit. It was just something that it just spoke to me. You feel me? It's something that made more sense. It was something that it was no bullshit that came with it. It was just, right up there, front and center. You feel me? Just people coming together type shit. And so, and like I said, it's a shock. It right when it hits you, it's a shock. It'll shock the fuck out of you. Once you see how these people live, like it can shock you at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a shock to the body. Like every time I tell somebody that their eyes widen up, they're like, what? And I'll be like, yeah, my 2 girlfriends at the house chilling or something. They'll be like, your girlfriends?
What? How the fuck?
They'll give me that wide eye look. But yeah, no, it's something that's shocking at first because our culture doesn't teach this right now. And the crazy part is statistically, I think polygamy is slowly but surely becoming more accepted in today's society. I think at least in the country, it was from 7% like 10, 15 years ago, and now it's at like 31%.
Man,
Right now. I mean,
some
which
of
is big.
these women don't have a choice. They go like, all right, fuck it, like I look good, but I'm like, I ain't
Yeah.
dating no 21-year-olds, so I'm where I need to be, but nobody just give me looks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, girls have a buffet line of men. You know what I mean? Girls have a buffet line of meat that they could choose from. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
And, like I said, and that's the option that they have. I'm not gonna complain and be like, oh, how come they get to choose and this and that? Like, no. We deal with the cards that we're dealt. We can't complain about it. We just gotta keep pushing forward because I mean, like I said, men, our value is not through our appearances and how we look. Like every now and then, a couple of us look like Michael B. Jordan, but at the end of it all, that's not where our value lies. It's what we can provide and what we can do. And so, women have that luxury, and that's fine. Like I said, I ain't complaining, but at the same time, y'all don't complain when a man has that type of luxury though. When the men that actually can choose are actually those top dogs. At least
Right.
live that way. You feel me? And for me, those top dogs, it's not really full on money. It's just like, what are they doing in life? Like, where are they heading? Because I know you can be like high value man and, play that tax bracket game. But I don't think that's where the true value lies in a man is what he's making. I feel like it's the value of where he's going. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big difference. Like, what's a man's
That's
purpose?
how we want to see it. That's how we want to see
Yeah.
it, but ideally the value in what we're making and the way we look like is what determines if they will do anything for us.
Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah, like I said, that's the way it is now. But I feel like because if we focus too much on money, then that's all the girls are going to be looking for is that money. You feel me? I want to be able to provide more. I actually want to have a character. I actually want to have because there'll be some rich dudes that have no character. They just got rich and they were like just big giant pussies before they got that money, and now they got this money, and now they're just a pussy with money. And so, you good?
Who you talk about?
I don't know. There's a lot of dudes out here that have a lot of crazy amounts of money, and they just, and like I said, it's not the man, it's the money, because the man makes the money.
Oh yeah.
So if you're not a man when you get that money, and you're just like a giant simp or a destiny type, it's just going to be amplified. It's just going to be brought to a different level.
Right.
And now you're going to be
if you're like a giant simp already and you're broke,
oh yeah,
and then you get just a little smidge bit of money, god damn, yeah, that should turn into a nightmare. Now you're fucking these little basketball stars fucking paying for Ice Spice $500 dinner dates.
Jordan Poole. Oh man, I ain't gonna let that go from Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's ass. The simp ass. I'm telling you, I want to start a class. I just want to see if they'll let me start a class in the NBA and NFL. Be like, all right, gentlemen, this here, I'm gonna have Brittany Renner. I'm gonna have Brittany Renner come in, start stripping for him while I'm talking.
Well,
Like,
she got to come in on the first day and talk, right? To get the
nah,
introduction. Here's the introduction to the class.
yeah. Now she gonna be coming out last, so I'm gonna have her walk around the entire room, just walking around talking to all the athletes, and I'll be like, "Show of hands, how many of you asked her for a number? Don't be shy. I know you asked for a number. Put your hands up.
Yep.
You all failed this class." I was like, "All right, try again." He's like, "What? So what do y'all do? Did anybody try to cash out her money?" Oh, actually, you know what? I have Brittany Renner walk around and say, "Hey, you want to cash at me $5? I'll give you my number." Who here gave her that number? You failed already. And fucking, and so I appreciate it, Mrs. Luke. And so, no, oh wait, no, yeah, it's polygamy. Yeah, because if it's poly, I think that's open. If I'm not mistaken, it's like polyamorous. It's like simultaneous with poly, if I'm not mistaken. Not to correct you, nothing like that, but yeah, I think it's connected with polyamorous, where it's like open. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, I want to start a class. And fucking, I'm
All
fed.
athletes. But hey,
Yeah, I want to
look,
start a class with all of them.
because honestly, the athletes are what's ruining everything. You know, so the people with money that are simps is what's ruining everything. They going out, they giving these women, you know what I'm saying,
You're
$10,000,
fab game queen,
$15,000 and just for, I don't know, a kiss on the cheek. I don't know. These motherfuckers are lame nowadays, man. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I mean, you rub these motherfuckers in the shoulders the wrong way. This motherfucker might bust in his pants.
exactly. That's just crazy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that some of these dudes don't have any like actual. Most of these dudes are coming out the hood. They probably had a single mom, a single parent, and they don't know no better. Their mom didn't teach them how to be a man because they don't know how to themselves. Because if they did, they would have a man around. They knew what a man was, they would have one around.
Yep.
So I'm just like, and most of them come from single parent households. They don't know how to be a man, and so the only real father figures they have is a coach. But once you get to that next level in the NBA, he's just your boss. That's it. And so now it's just a work relationship. It's not even an actual mentorship you can actually go through. Like some do, and some are cool like that. But overall, it's just a business.
Yeah, it's just
And you
business.
can't really learn nothing off business other than making money. But who's making the money? Some simp or a man? And so,
Well, I mean, some simps are making money, and that is the problem. Because I tell you, speaking from a person who visited Atlanta a lot last year and this year,
yeah.
Atlanta has a lot of folks that looks like us with money, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like going out and spending any money, I'm talking they tipping the bartenders like $200-$300, like for no reason, man. Or they'll tip the I mean, which is good on the bartender, but they'll tip like the waitress like $100 just to show out. You know what I'm saying? Just for
show out. Yeah. Come here, baby.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, funny thing you mentioned that what's called. Yeah, have you seen that all women's bar?
Oh yeah.
That they made, or that all women's club?
The one that's failing.
Yeah, the one that's failing. That where nobody's buying bottles and they're just looking at each other.
He's looking who trying to buy
like,
shots?
You know what I mean? Like not even anybody from any women playing for the other team were out there buying bottles and nothing like that. They were all just looking at each other like like look at who's gonna buy the first bottle. That shit was empty. And so I'm just like, yep, there you go. Because at the end of the day, we all need each other. Just coming down to the bottom line, we need each other. Like ladies, we need you in the club so men can come in. We do need you in the clubs, but we're not gonna start excluding out a certain gender. You know what I mean?
What,
Imagine if it was all men.
If it was all men,
Oh no.
I will buy myself drinks. That's it. I will buy myself drinks and I'll sit down and I'll eat.
Yeah. There is
But
all men's club.
as far as dancing, I won't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, there is all men's club. It's called the Gay
A
Bar.
gentleman club.
Gen-
What's it called?
it's a gay bar.
Oh yeah.
It's playing Baby Don't Hurt Me like 30 times. Baby Don't Hurt Me
So
no
usually,
more.
so my experience right from the gay bars, especially out here in DC, because there's a lot of them, right?
Oh yeah.
They're usually like multiple women in there, and a lot of them are not gay, right?
Yeah, they're just there for support.
No, and I mean they're just there so they won't get hit on, or I don't know, so they can feel good and drink and
But
not, get, I guess, harassed by the dudes nowadays. 'Cause dudes are simps nowadays, man. Like if a girl tell you no, you know what I'm saying, you don't just walk away nowadays. Now you try to convince her, hey, you shouldn't tell me no, because I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people are now. But instead of
yeah,
just
soft ass
saying,
nigga.
okay, fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna go see somebody else.
Yeah, the thing is, whenever it get rejected, I'd be like, okay, I understand. I shake her hand as I wish you well, and I move
Yeah,
on. And then I start talking to a friend. And then, like, how you doing? Weren't you just talking to my friend? I was like, no. She's just cool. Me and her are cool.
yeah.
Because
Me
I
and her
want
cool.
to get to know you.
I really wanted you.
I was
Whole
like,
time I wanted you.
yeah. And then the old girl would be like, no, hey, hold up, hold up. I was like,
Yeah,
no, you didn't want to be with me, remember? You know what, ladies? We can figure this out. Come back with me to my hotel room. And, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, I don't, I like rejection because that puts me, that makes me understand like, hey, I'm not gonna fuck with this girl ever again. No worries. I don't try to convince nobody. I don't try to hurt nobody. Like me, like with any girls that I talk to, I don't try to convince them because they'd be like, you got like when I'm talking to girls, like especially for a polygamous relationship, what's called girls be like, you got to convince me. Like why should I choose you? This and that. He's like, why? He's like, I don't even know this girl. I gotta be cool with her. I was like, no, you don't. You don't have to be cool with her. You can actually be gone. Like what? She's like, what? Hey, fuck you. I was like, all right, then. Because first of all, I'm not gonna compromise the peace that I already have. You feel me?
yeah,
That's one
exactly.
thing. That's one thing I won't compromise. I'm not gonna compromise my peace. I'm not gonna compromise my dignity. There's a lot of guys that do that just to try to get some coochie, and in
Yeah,
the long run, it don't even work.
they don't.
Long run, it don't even work. Like I
It
said, and
rain.
I'm like, I can't. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work in the long run. So I'm just like, you know, if a girl doesn't respect you, she ain't gonna fuck with you at all. She don't
That's true.
respect you. She's not gonna fuck with you at all. So why bother fucking trying? She's gonna lose. The more you're there, the more she loses respect for you. That's why I
Exactly.
walk away immediately. I say, "Wish you well." Walk away. I don't even cuss them out because I fucked their head up because I hit them with their manners. And they be like, "Hold up, man. I'm a little thirsty. Okay, let me go to see what's up with him. You know, not saying I'm gonna buy him. Not saying I'm gonna buy her drinks, but they're gonna. That's the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna come back to me and say, "Hey, my bad for earlier. I'm a little thirsty though. Can you give me this drink?"
Yeah.
And what's called? I was like, first you gotta buy me a drink, baby.
Yeah, first of
And
all,
boy,
like men, I need to stop buying these girls drinks. Buy your
oh
own
yeah,
drink first, and then ask her to buy your drink, or ask whoever the bartender is, you know, to buy you a drink. That's not.
now make sure you're the one that orders a drink. It'll be like just a little. I'm gonna buy the cheapest drink on the bar, and then afterwards, if she wants to stay, I was like, okay, well, shit, can't get a Long Island, that fucking $30 drink.
Oh shit.
Fucking, girls will do that too. Like, yes, appreciate you. I remember I had a homeboy buy a bottle for a whole group that he didn't, a group of women that he didn't even know. He just came in, yeah, but ladies, you want a bottle? I got you. Yeah, I got you. And then he tried to get up in the VIP because they're in the VIP section, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have a bottle. And then he brought the bottle to him. They grabbed the bottle off his hands, and he tried to get into the VIP section, and they pushed him out.
That's a stupid ass kid.
And I looked at him like, nigga. I gave him that nigga look. I was like, bruh, you did not just do that. No, nigga, no, man. Then he tried to turn up, and now I got to grab his ass and take him out the club so he don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that shit, nigga. No, they don't play that shit on a G. And I'm like, nigga, I was like, why did you buy him a bottle? You didn't even know them girls. Nah, man, you see, this is that player shit, bro. That's that. I was like, bro, that ain't no player shit, nigga. Take your ass. I'm gonna take your ass home. Like, take your. What the hell are you doing? Buying some random hoes this fucking bottle. What the hell's the matter with you?
Take your ass to Too Easy Podcast and watch the first 3 episodes.
Yes, sir. Fucking, I'm just like, man, take your angry ass on somewhere. God damn. Fucking, but yeah, no, I'm just like, listen, polygamy, or polygamy.
Polygamy.
Like this shit, yeah, polygamy. Yeah, that's the actual term for what I'm in. But polygamy is like the wide array, like the wide option of it or whatnot. But polygamy is what I'm in. And so, listen, if you're in this type of relationship, you got to be a man. You got to be honest. You got to be upfront with it. Can't be a bitch. Can't be a punk. You got to be very honest. Like, everything in this type of relationship relies on honesty. It relies on being straight up with it. You feel me? Because I'm like, you got to be upfront with it. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's blunt. But I'm telling you, these women will respect you. And that's the number one thing you should have in a relationship, especially in this type. Because a man, respect. Yeah, because you can find love and respect. You cannot find love in anything. You can find love in respect, but you can't find love in love. You can find love in loyalty. You can find love in peace. You can find love in multiple things, but you cannot find love in love. That's just thing. And a lot of people get very emotional, and they make impulsive decisions, wrong impulsive decisions off just feelings. No relationship should be structured through feelings. It should be structured through 1, duty, and 2, agreement. Duty and agreement, and everything else comes with it. Everything else comes with it. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like relationships should be based on agreement, and all the love comes from within the relationship, not just thrown on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It comes from within. Because if you just throw it at it, you're not gonna fucking, you don't. What are you gonna get out of it? You feel me? So, and that's really for any relationship, not just polygamous relationship, just any relationship in general. And so, like, if your girl's giving you loyalty, honesty, trust, peace, she's giving you like just simple 4 or 5 things.
Yeah.
Men will give women the world like that. It's very fucking simple. It's very fucking easy. It doesn't have to be hard.
4 women giving you that though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna feel like the king, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah," and then then you're gonna get those questions like, "Yeah, what's good, Don? Yeah, sandwich in silence." Yeah, sometimes that's all the motherfucking needs, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's all we fucking need. We just need somebody that's gonna help, do what they gotta do, and just leave us be. You feel me? There's motherfuckers that can't leave you be sometimes. You feel me?
Nah, be ready starting shit. This man said sandwich and silence. He started shit.
Guys, the spoon live is funny as fuck. Y'all should be joining us, on these lives when we jump on, because they're fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, fucking especially Donnie's ass. Donnie funny as fuck. I'm telling you, Donnie is a funny motherfucker. But what's his name? But at the same time, yeah, that's true though. There's actually truth in that though, because I'm like, listen, if you can make Daddy a sandwich. What's his name? Old boy from the Avengers. What's his name? Black Captain America. He's like, yeah, you better make Daddy a sandwich, because there's rules and there's agreements and shit like that. Where he's like, hey, if we go out somewhere and someone talks crazy to you, I gotta defend you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I gotta defend you. I gotta put my life and my freedom on the line. We go out in public, somebody fucking talks to you the wrong way, you gotta step in. Somebody puts hands on you, you gotta step in. You gotta risk your life
Yep.
to defend motherfucker. And most of the times, like I said, I'm not saying you fucking, you Creed or fucking, fucking Rocky or some shit like that. You're gonna knock a motherfucker out. But you're gonna have to put your life on the line whether you win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
And so
That's true.
there gives and there's takes. There's gives and there's takes. And so shit, a sandwich in silence, if you can give me that, just that,
That's his minimum.
shit, I'm throwing hands with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm throwing hands in sandwich in silence. I'm fucking throwing hands. I'm like, baby, start making that damn sandwich. I got this. Mayo, bitch. Mayo.
Hold the lettuce on that one.
Man. He's like, bitch, did you put bacon in my shit? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm playing, yo. I'm playing. Teasing. But overall, yeah, I'm just like, listen, if you give men simple things, they'll give you the world. That's pretty much about them. You give men simple things, and then polygamous relationship, this is literally an agreement. This is something we can all agree on because you got to be honest with each other. You feel me? You can't hide nothing. You can't have a favor. You can't, like, for this shit to work, can I have a favor? And so I know we've been going back and forth and branching on and off of the subject, but, I just want to give you the full scope of what's going on around this because some people think it's just simple. It's simple. It's not. It can be complex at times.
It's very complex. It's kind of like raising multiple children.
You can't. Well,
yeah.
I guess I should.
Not right.
I should compare that, but it's kind of like just having multiple children, not raising. It's kind of like having multiple children. Like you can't show
or having multiple parents.
Huh?
Yeah, like having multiple parents, or like I said, or sisters or brothers. You can't love one more than the other. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And so, if you do, you feel shamed.
Yeah.
So honestly, like when it comes to that though, are you really honest about it in terms of like, all right, do I really like this person more than this one? Like, is there a set schedule? Like, hey, I'm visiting this person on Monday, this person on Wednesday, this person on Friday.
Yeah, y'all can work. The thing is, if you do it right, you can figure something out. If you do it the right way, anything can get figured out. Like, let's say
the one thing I do know, like women value time and attention.
Yep.
And they fucking can't live without it sometimes. Time and attention, man.
Yep. And that's the thing. I'm just like, if what are you willing to, like, let's say for example, I have something, I'm the genie, I can give you 3 things, you get money, you get another thing, and then now you want an everlasting marriage to like the top dude, but the top dude has multiple wives. Yeah, like let's say he already has multiple wives, and then you can't, like the way Jenny says it, you can't force somebody to fall in love with you, but you can put yourself in that parameter and tell Jenny's like, hey, I want to see if I can try to be his wife. Can you give me all the resources I need and this and that? Yeah. And then Jenny's like, hey, he's a simple man. All you have to do is give up jealousy and that's really, and deceitfulness. Jealousy and deceitfulness, and you can have them. It's pretty that simple. Most guys are simple. As complex as they try to make us be, most men are simple.
Completely simple.
And so, and they're like, okay, he's like, can you at least put me in a room with him, or can you put me in his vicinity or something? Yeah, but got to give up these things. If you could, get this type of wish to get the man of your dreams, what are you willing to sacrifice to get him? Especially if he's the man of your dreams, how many other women are going to want him too? Think about this.
Because y'all want the same thing.
Yeah, because most women they want the king. Women are hypergamous. They want the king. and women would rather choose the unloyal king over the loyal servant any day of the week.
Any day of the fucking week, man.
Any day of the week, they'll make it work. They'll be like, "Well, we can figure something out. Maybe he can only cheat on me on this day over here. Maybe he can maybe if I bring my sister and we can keep it in the family and he could take turns with us. We can make it work." Women would do some crazy shit like that and make it work.
Yeah.
They would make it work.
Absolutely insane.
Which is crazy. I'm telling you, I've seen some crazy shit. There's some mothers out there, some evil ass mothers that would fucking. I'm telling you, there's some Tyler Perry shit where they'll sacrifice their daughters.
For what?
I'm telling you, to keep the man happy. There's some women, crazy ass women in the ghetto I've seen. I've heard some crazy ass stories. There's women that to keep her man, the husband. So she had a daughter by some random dude off the street. She got remarried to somebody else. And when the daughter became of age, he said he wanted the daughter. He wanted the daughter too. And she's a single mother. The daughter is not his, a stepdaughter.
Oh, okay.
And so the dude, he's like, yeah, I want the daughter. If not, we could probably end this. And so the mother went on tour, his daughter, he's like, hey, my husband wants you. You want to get with him, this and that. My mother would sacrifice her kids to keep their relationship going type shit. There's some women out there. I've seen heard some dirty ass shit. There's a girl I dated in Flint that was telling me some shit like that.
Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, where I'm from.
Goddamn Michigan. Michigan Draymond Green boys. Crazy ass nigga.
Yes, sir. Crazy shit out there. I was just like, God damn. Like this girl, I was just like, man. And she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And the crazy fucking part about that whole shit is he got her pregnant. He got both the mom and the daughter pregnant.
The mom had to be fine.
Ain't that some shit?
The mom had to be fine, though.
I don't even know. I never met
her. She had to be bad than the girl. He was like, God damn, I just want your mom. Like, as soon as he saw her.
Yeah. No, I met the daughter or the stepdaughter. But fucking, I never met the mom or the husband or whatnot. But yeah, she was telling me this. I was like, God damn. But I'm just saying, this is the type of shit women would do to keep their, the sacrifices some of them will do, especially if they know they're not going into any better situation. Like, what situation are you going to be if your man cheats on you in a monogamous relationship? What better situation? Like, let's keep it real. Mm-hmm. If you get another man, especially a man that women want, he's going to cheat on you too.
He's going to cheat.
He's going to cheat. So would you rather have a say-so on how it goes and this and that? Yeah, you know what I mean? This is actually breaking even. I've said this before.
With this person, you know what I'm saying? Like someone you're comfortable with.
Yeah. And so somebody you're cool with, like y'all can figure out a schedule.
Exactly.
Y'all can figure out a schedule. Like that man ain't even gonna want to cheat. Y'all gonna be taking turns on him. He's gonna be coming out the house, with fucking some dried up 2 grapes, some raisins. That motherfucker have some dried up raisins walking out the house. He ain't gonna want to smash nobody else. You feel me?
He ain't gonna want to do nobody.
He ain't gonna want to do with nobody.
That's exactly what Kevin Samuels said before he died. He was like, Kevin Samuels was like, hey, y'all women. He was talking to black women, obviously. He was like, y'all women need to take y'all need to take the offensive. Stop taking the defense. Stop waiting till the man cheats on you. Stop waiting till the man do all this stuff. Take the offensive. Go out and make sure his balls are empty before he leave the house.
Oh yeah.
Make sure his balls are empty before he leave the house. What are you gonna do at that point? Motherfucker gonna be too tired. He gonna be too tired.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, I ain't gonna lie though. When you emptied down low, you actually got more confidence. I ain't even gonna front. Like when your stuff, you actually got more confidence because you don't need to smash this girl. You already got some coochie that night. You know what I mean? You don't even have to smash the girl. Like it's a plus if you do get to smash her. So you got your confidence high as fuck. there's a plus and negative side to that shit too. Because your
Yeah.
confidence is gonna be high as fuck, and you might actually get to smash this girl too. And you're like, oh fuck, and you're going out with fucking raisins. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta turn these raisins to grapes now. And fucking, recuperate. You don't even know how long of a time you had to recuperate. You know what I mean? Because girls like the guy that don't give a fuck. When you go into a club, dancing, ass shaking, they like the guy that don't give a fuck. He just dancing, having a good time. Like, oh, what's your name? The dude that's not thirsty for him.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
can I get your number? Can I get your number, girl? Hey, what's your name? Some random nigga, like, they want the nigga that's dancing around all the girls and not paying attention to none of them.
Exactly.
And so that's a dangerous man. That's the most dangerous man in the club. Nigga that already got some before the club. That's the most dangerous man in the club. I've seen it. Shit. When I was in shape, I wasn't. Shit. I was over there. My confidence was so high. God damn it. But fucking, yeah, no, my girls made sure I never left the house with fucking grapes. They turned them into raisins immediately. Right before I left, I was like, I had so much confidence. So there's a plus and a negative to that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Plus and a negative. Shit. But yeah, ladies, like, especially if he's about to leave the house for a long period of time, yeah, definitely try to wear his ass out.
Empty the whole clip. Empty the whole clip.
Make him scream too. Ah! Make him do those loud busts. Ah! Gosh damn it, I love you, baby. I love you. He grabs the blanket. I don't even know if I want to go out no more.
I'm a little
Put a blanket over.
Dang.
I might tell these niggas to go on without me.
Mm-hmm.
Save yourselves. Go on without me. Oh man. But yeah, man, that's how it should be. Like, y'all, like, there's this one influencer. She's like, every morning when my husband wakes up, I'm on my knees giving him head type stuff. Like, you got to make sure he does not walk out with any fucking, any chance of him cheating on you.
Exactly. Right.
This is for monogamous relationships.
Mm-hmm.
This is, but like I say, I'm not looking for no love in the club. I'm not Usher. But, like I said, I'm 50 Cent. I ain't Usher.
Mm.
Let me in the club doing thing. We ain't making love. Yeah, I'm 50 Cent. I'm not Usher.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm not looking for love in the club.
I'm just looking for the 21 questions. How you answer the 21 questions?
I ain't trying to do no Twitter. Hey, have you seen that music video with that girl cheating like a motherfucker?
Ooh, 50 Cent? 21 questions?
No, the girl on the 21 questions. He's like, can I be your best friend? This girl's fucking another nigga, and then she goes off to 50 Cent. Then she's grinding on 50 Cent. I probably love it all the time. She grinding on fucking 50. And I'm like, nah, I don't rock with this one. I saw the music video. The song itself is nice, but the music video, I'm like, nah, I ain't rocking with this one.
Oh.
But yeah, nah, fucking but yeah, nah, polygamy. But I'm telling you, polygamy cuts all that bullshit out. There's no girls' nights. Because first off, girls' nights are for single women. That bottom line. Polygamy cuts out fucking girls' nights. It cuts out dishonesty, bullshit, favoritism. It cuts out a lot of bullshit. I'm telling you. When you do polygamy the right way, or polygamy, but I'm telling you, if you fucking cut out the bullshit and do it right, that shit will work out fight. And of course, in the grand question of it all, is polygamy bad? What would you say, Big Dog?
I would say polygamy is natural, so anything that's natural isn't bad. It's just like it's against society. It's against society's norms, as in like, okay, our society accepts monogamy as the norm, but if you go back 100, probably like 100 years, and you'll see the norm is men sleeping with multiple women, having multiple partners. That's how we are. That's we are biologically designed through DNA. Women are biologically designed through DNA to be hypergamous. So
Yeah.
polygamy, or how you say it,
Polygamy.
polygamy
Yeah.
is ideally just living in your own natural roots.
Yeah.
I feel like as a person you can conform to those roots regardless, because deep inside all men know, like, we have never been so in love to where we never looked at another girl.
Yeah, and speaking of women too, there's this woman, this prominent woman named Shazard Ali. She talks about the stuff a lot, and she wrote a book back in the '90s called "The Guide to the Black Woman."
Mm.
And so, what's called, a lot of people judged her, a lot of people talk shit about her. People were saying she was crazy for saying this shit, but she was talking about black men, especially black men in Africa. Black men originally
Like,
in Africa before it became slaves,
yeah,
originally had like 2 or 3 girls in Africa. You feel me?
hey, 4 or 5, 4 or 5 girls.
Yeah. And matter of fact, polygamy was actually a way to, and in other countries, polygamy or king with multiple wives, or a nobleman with multiple wives, was like actually a way to show that you're a noble, is when you had multiple wives.
Right.
And so, fucking, yeah. And then she was breaking down everything, breaking down how men really are. I mean, men are physical beings. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We are physical beings. We got to get our rocks off. Whether it's from the woman we love, or it's from some random woman we just met, we got to get it off immediately. Like it's like, and it's nothing against the woman we love either. It's not me being future and advocating for cheating, but at the same time, man got to get those rocks off. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let your man leave the house, you know, with with a full, full clip. You feel me?
Yeah, never.
And so, yeah, and so she broke down everything. She was breaking down how we don't talk to the other woman and this and that, and you don't get to know him, and you don't know, and he'll probably tell her something that you didn't even know, and you don't get to know these women or anything like that. You don't get to know your husband more on the other side of what he's doing. She was breaking this down. People called her crazy. People were talking shit about her, but then everything was fucking, marriage got worse and worse. Statistics for marriage is worse. I mean, if you look at the statistics now, I think it's between 55 to like 60% of most marriages here in America are going to fail. That's for all races, 50 to 60%. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to fail. And I'm hearing it's only going to get worse. It might be 75% by 20. If I'm not mistaken, 2032. I can't remember the statistics I saw, but it's on Google. Just look it up, check it out. And but yeah, no, by 2032, I'm hearing it's going to be up to 75% the divorce rate of marriages. So
That's bad.
yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, and it's only getting worse. And I'm like, listen, this all and the top number 2 things or reason why women file for divorce, because 80 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women. It's because of infidelity
On their
and
part.
infidelity and financial struggles. Infidelity and financial struggles. So I mean, if you had multiple women working in the house trying to pay off a mortgage or something like that, y'all can put your incomes together and get that shit paid off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you already knock out the infidelity part. You good, Big Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you already get past the bullshit. You feel me? That already cuts out the bullshit right there. And I'm like, man, that would actually work. Not to mention, and to keep it real, there's not enough men to go around anyway.
Exactly.
That's
There's
not
what,
even mentioned.
4 billion women?
Yeah, it's about 4 billion.
4 billion
And
women,
that's,
and
Yeah,
how many men? 3 million? I mean,
yeah.
my bad, 4
It's about
billion,
4 billion.
3 billion men, which puts us at a deficit
Yeah,
of a billion.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was like I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was fucking. It was bad. There's more, but there are more women in this world. I think it's like 90 men to 100 women
Yep. And here's the thing:
worldwide.
most of those men are in places like China and India, so those are
Yeah,
already two of the motherfuckers you don't even want.
yeah. Like no offense to anybody, but still, like that on the real. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
there's a deficit of men. In some countries, men, it's like natural, especially in China. It's like
Mm-hmm.
natural. This place called Gudong, China, and men have like 3, 4 girlfriends at a time because there's like probably like 200 men in a population of like 50,000 women. So it's like naturally, men, fucking,
You shouldn't have told me that.
oh yeah. So it's Gudong or Gugong, China, but
Mm.
men have like 3 to 4 wives at a time.
Mm.
But that's just a natural way. I mean, that's the only way to keep up the populace. And so, really, I mean, if the world went dry now, and all men died out, there's only 30 men left. That's all you would need is 30 men to repopulate the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you would need. And so, really, men were made to have multiple partners. Really, just if we look at statistics and we look at how nature is, how naturally we are physical, we were born to, really men were born to have multiple partners any fucking way. You feel me? And that's the thing, like ladies, if you're looking for a monogamous relationship where the man's not gonna cheat, you're probably gonna be with a guy that you don't want to be with, and you're probably gonna cheat on him.
Yep.
You're probably not gonna want to be with him because no girl's gonna want him. You can't brag to your girlfriends because they're gonna be like, "Oh, that nigga, ugh. Yeah, you can have him, girl."
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Like, no woman wants to be with the guy that nobody wants. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No girl wants to, and so that's just how it is. And so, like I said, shout out to Shazard Ali. She broke this down. She already had it down pat for years. And so I feel like people judged her, and hopefully, maybe one of these days I get on the show. Got everything going good and everything. Hopefully one of these days I get on the show.
Mm.
But but yeah, and those are really my thoughts on it. I mean, really just breaking down. I said most of this stuff in my other episodes, but I know I had to bring it back because I know a lot of people are still new to this channel. But yeah, I mean, it's something. It's something to really consider, something to really think about. And ladies, this is not me. Yeah, it's not me. Again, this is not me saying I'm better than you. It's me saying, hey, if you're wondering why all these men are cheating on you, this and that, all the men you pick, you feel ain't shit and this and that is because those men are not even the men they're supposed to be. You feel me? Those men, are told to be monogamous, and that most men just aren't. There's always
Most
going to
men
be some
aren't.
board. Well,
90%,
and
90%
sometimes
of it just aren't.
they aren't. They gotta get from somewhere. Like if you were to actually break down a polygamous relationship and actually were to be like, come together with all the other women, be like, all right, you're gonna get this day, you're gonna get this day with him. Are you on your period this week? All right, I'm go ahead and like I said, if y'all were to break down your schedules and do some shit like that, I'm
Right.
telling you, you will never hear no outside bullshit. I'm telling you. But shout out to Kevin Wesley. That's a person to watch too. I believe
Kevin
he just
West.
had his granddaughter, Kevin Wesley Rise. If I'm not mistaken, he's polygamous as
Oh,
well.
yeah, I know you're talking about. His
And
son is that his son is that old?
you said what?
His son is that old? I thought his son was like 17.
I don't know. He had a grandchild. Hmm. Ooh,
He had a
excuse me.
grandchild?
If I'm not
Kevin,
mistaken, he had a grandchild.
I thought that man was like 40.
Yeah,
But
he's in his 40s.
his kid is like thought his oldest kid was like 17.
Didn't he have an older daughter though? Or am I tripping?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. He did have an older kid
Either
though.
way, shout out to you, brother, and everything you're doing. But yeah, and it's getting, and the funny thing is, it's becoming more acceptable here in America, and we're probably like early on this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, they just look into it. Don't go into it with, oh, you either got to do it or you don't. Like, this ain't for everybody. This is not me trying to convince you what it is. This is just me telling you, what it is, pretty much. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm not here to convince nobody. You know, tread lightly, but understand that there's some difficult things that come with it. There's some nice things that come with it. And if you understand that, I'm telling you, this is probably something that you've probably been looking for this whole time and just didn't realize it. Like, most women nowadays are already in a polygamous relationship and they don't even realize it. The man's cheating, or he got two phones, and he has a whole family somewhere else. Find out he has like 5 kids with somebody, some shit like that. Just come together. Just unite. This shit was made, polygamy was made for women. So all women could have a man. That's what polygamy was made for. Shazard Ali, she said this too. That this shit was created so every woman could have a man. Like in tribes that have a male deficit, they had to, man, migrate, merged families so the woman could come over. Like if her husband died or some shit like that, she would join another family. And, had multiple wives in some tribes in Africa. And, he would, make kids with her too, and they would have their own family and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I don't know if you have any more to add to it.
Not really. I think it's very interesting. A lot of people might try it, but definitely gonna fail at it because it is hard and it looks. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying it.
Oh yeah.
And I've been failing. I've been failing like a motherfucker, but eventually, like some people will come around once I get going.
Yeah, and it's really just like I said. There's girls I missed out on because I was just being upfront with it. Like I said, it's not for everybody. So understand. Also, another thing too, you're not gonna get the first girls you see, and you're not gonna have them kissing each other type shit. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be no crazy shit like that. Like it's gonna be some shit that you're gonna look for, and honestly, it's gonna be better. You're gonna be happier because of it, because now you got women that actually can get on your page, that actually can agree with each other. You don't got no fussing, no fighting, no nonsense. So I don't know. It's a give or take. It's something that could either be a blessing or it can be a curse. It depends how you treat it and depend how you approach it. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and end it there. You get to end it there?
Yeah, I'm good to end it.
All right. Well, yeah, let's go and get up out of here, man. It's the weekend. Texans won today, so I'm a little happy about that.
Even though CJ Stroud still in
concussion. CJ Stroud's out.
He's out.
But yeah.
Case Keenum came through, the Houston legend, U of H legend.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to the Texans. Shout out to you for listening. Shout out to my baby Jasmine. Hopefully she gets better. Shout out to your girls. Happy birthday. Enjoy it. And shout out to everybody that was on Spoon. Shout out to Donnie. Shout out to Maddie. Shout out to everybody contributing. And the fucking Texans are real Oilers. Yeah, it was crazy though how they had those uniforms on the game. I guess
they did that shit on purpose, man.
Yeah, it was wild. They're real petty.
That jersey, they want that jersey so bad.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They know it belongs to Houston too, but they want to play games. But anyways, it's been fun, y'all. It's been real. I definitely cannot wait to drop another episode. But until then, y'all, peace. And thank you to my co-host. Thank you to everybody on Spoon. Let's get up out of here. Y'all still here? Thought y'all went home. God damn. Now I gotta record some more. Go home. You know, are you too good for your home? Yeah, the video's over. I gotta watch some football. Listen, okay. If you can, do me a big favor. Check out our latest video and go and subscribe to this channel. Can't do that? So you're still here? Oh, now you want to go. All right then, bye. Shoot. Thanks for watching.